What do you do?
If Tinka hears this, she's gonna start screaming for Ty.
Gonna run up, I guess, on the upper decks and figure out which man is overboard.
Okay.
Yeah, Leon will pop up and take a look as well.
Everyone going up to
Ty,
the top deck.
Ty, someone's off the boat. Go save them. This is what you were made for.
Pretend it's not raining on this map.
That's a big ass fucking boat.
It is
That's
a
a
I kind of
crash
like
boat.
it better raining.
I want to live on the old boat.
Yeah, as you get closer and pretend these people aren't here, I randomly added folks for testing purposes. Um, as you get closer, you notice, kind of off in the distance, there seems to be this rock jutting up into the ocean. Off of it is this wrecked ship, and it's split in two, and you see two figures on the front end of the deck, and they're waving their hands, trying to get attention. It is dark outside, so it's like hard to see this. People with dark vision, it's probably too far outside of dark vision range, but you're close enough as a ship. It seems like Callista is doing a good job navigating this area. So you've kind of like gotten your way in between. Though, if you want to take any action, you'll probably have to. The ship can't get much closer. You're probably like 60 to 100 feet out. We'll say 60 for dark vision ranges. So if you wanted to get closer, you'd have to find a way over. And they're shouting,
I
"Help!
would like to
Help!"
cast prestidigitation to do a shower of sparks, but kind of like a big, like like red,
a flare?
a flare in the air. Yeah,
Yeah.
above.
It's within 10 feet.
It's only 10
Great.
feet.
I'm gonna climb back up that fucking goddamn crow's
shoot it,
nest.
shoot it off the top of the yeah. I mean,
Shoot it up off the top of the crow's nest.
sends a relatively lightish red flare kind of looking thing into the ocean.
We can see in front of us a
Yeah,
bit.
they both notice it though, and they're waving their hands wildly. It seems like they were able to tell even kind of further off that there was something in the darkness. Now they can recognize, it seems like it might be a ship.
Does Tinky have Tinka's dark vision?
Look up the stats. I think it's even they have their own, but it's I want to say it's like 100 feet. So yes,
Give me 2
and
seconds.
better possibly.
Because I can like take over his being for
Right.
like
Yeah, you
100
can-
feet,
yeah,
but I
you can
don't
play.
know if he can see.
Yeah, he'll be able to see.
So I'm trying.
I think the stats of like we'll just keep it stats of a dragon. If it's not there, then I'll add it. I think
How
it makes
far
sense.
away are these people? from us?
From the edge of the ship. I mean, it's only about 60 feet. You guys are far or like close enough that you could almost communicate by shouting. Though there is
Okay,
the
I'm
sound
gonna-
of waves.
I'm gonna hold on to Ty's shoulder and say, I can't hear you. And I'm gonna go into Vizzy and have him fly to the people and report back what I'm seeing.
Okay.
I can send them a message too, and they can talk back to me.
Yeah. True.
Well,
With
I will still be Tinka. I'll be
Okay.
blind other than Tinky's vision. And so he'll hear me talking. I just can't hear him or see him.
Okay.
right.
I'll hold her so she doesn't fall overboard.
Perfect. Yeah, so you take Tinky and fly over. As Tinky's getting closer, they start to back up, like in fear. What you see though, are a male and female. They look to be, even just in the dark here, black and white vision. And they're probably like late teens, early 20s.
Okay. So Tinka's gonna relay that. A young man and woman. She can tell that the ship is broken and that they're
Oh
stranded.
yeah,
on
I
one
mean
side of their-
everyone can. You can see wreckage everywhere. Completely.
Do they
tattered.
appear injured?
Make a perception check for Tinky.
Okay.
So using Tinky's modifiers.
I don't know what his modifiers are.
So -4.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hold on. How would I do that?
Oh, that's not. Hold
Roll
on.
1d20 minus 4. in the
D20. He
chat.
actually has a +1. Never mind. Yeah. So plus D20 plus
Okay.
1.
Okay, so I'm just gonna run a d20 and then
Yeah,
we'll add
roll
Yeah.
1d20 and then you can do space plus
Eight.
4 or
Yeah,
plus 1.
18. Yeah, you can see cuts and scrapes. It doesn't look like either of them is like hobbled or anything like that. They do appear like like a little starved looking. um,
Okay.
but yeah, other than that, no like particular injuries. Their clothes are a little bit tattered or dirty.
So it kind of
dirty.
looks like they may have been here a little while.
For a little while, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna bring Tinky back, and I'm just gonna relay that. Not badly injured, bleeding a little bit, malnourished, may have been here a while.
Malnourished? What? That's just what we need is more mouths to feed, and someone's munching on our bread.
Snacking on bread.
You just want all the bread to yourself.
No.
All right, so Tinka's back.
She hides the bag full of bread that she stole from everybody else's shit. Just throw it out there.
The rowboat that we came to get on the ship is that like
Yeah,
on the
it's
ship, or is
docked.
that...
You could easily let it down if you wanted to.
All right, Leon's gonna suggest that we put the boat down and just row over and
Take Tide with you if you're gonna
Yeah.
do that.
yeah, sure.
Okay. So Leon Tide, anybody else want to go?
Tinka's herself again?
No.
Yeah, Tinka is
Yeah,
herself
I'm
again.
back.
Okay. Then he'll go.
Okay.
Someone uses this opportunity to try to get as much bread from the galley as possible before mere people enter the ship.
Okay, make a sleight of hand check, because
Thank you. I'd love to hoard this.
yeah, there's still people down there. Okay. Roll a d10. You're able to swipe like small biscuit-sized things, like 8 of them before
Like 8
anyone
rolls?
takes note. Huh?
Fuck yeah! 8
Yeah,
rolls?
yeah, like yeast
8 dinner
rolls. Yeah.
Yes! I win.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm gonna add that to my inventory.
Yeah.
I'm gonna-
Daisy doesn't notice. She's down there, kind of mussing about or anything, but it looks like when she turns her back to you, you're able to kind of like swoop in real quick. She does, like, as you're walking by, like, take note that you're down there. She's like, "Oh, hey, darling," and then that's gonna it. I'm your southern.
I'm
Hi.
just gonna keep an eye on Tide and the ship as they're traveling, and I'll send him a message if I feel like I see them overboard or something.
Okay. Yeah, if you, that's a cantrip, right? Or is that at first level? I think it's first
It's a
level.
cantrip, and I
Okay,
can go
first
up to
level.
120 feet.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, well within distance to be able to communicate back and forth, and obviously people who get the message can respond.
Yeah, they can respond to me.
Do you need
Yeah.
me to roll something, or is this like a fairly similar, like, run of the mill rescue mission?
Right now, yeah, just roll a, because I think it's more fun to roll things. Strength or acrobatics, because we're gonna see how well you can maneuver this small vessel.
Guess I am as well.
Tide's gonna be the one taking lead, so we'll just do him unless you want to give him the help action and like try and like help with like one of the oars or something. In which case you
No,
can
I
roll
think
or he
Leon
can have
would-
advantage.
Let's give. I guess I'll help him then, I suppose, because I think Leon would help row across.
Okay. Yeah. So go ahead.
So that means it's with advantage, right?
Yep. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, you're able to. I mean, once Leon kind of like helps like settle the boat, stabilize a little bit, you're able to like get perfect control, and yeah, it's no problem. So it's just the two of you going, unless Himbo wants to go, and he'll have to tell us separately. Oops.
Timothy's still here?
Somewhere in the back. somewhere.
He's been kind of AFK.
In and out.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
It's okay. Yeah. Jeez. I messed up. It's okay. Hang on a sec, guys.
Oh, the wee little boat.
Wait a little about.
Everyone's fucking leprechauns.
Shouldn't have started with the Irish.
Real fucking fucking leprechauns now.
There we go. Okay, so you got a boat. Again, no rain, no nothing. Just dark sea ahead of you. Oh no, I deleted the map.
And I think they already knew this, but if they don't, Tinka would have like described the direction of where to go.
Okay, yeah. So that's like a perfect help action to kind of get them where they're going. Yeah. You guys, I don't know that anyone can control
Leon
the
has dark vision too, so
boat.
he can.
Leon does.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so you guys don't have really any trouble getting over. I don't think there's any other additional rolls with the athletics that you guys rolled. You get over, you're able to find a spot where there's like broken wood kind of shards. It doesn't look like when you get closer, you notice the ship is like completely, I don't say docked or anything, but like it's completely raised up on what looks to be like a rock kind of area in on one side, with the front end of the ship completely cracked off. There doesn't seem to be any like floating shrapnel here, which means it just probably has been here for a minute. When you get there, the two notice and they shout, "We need help! We've been stuck here for days!" Though it seems like they're afraid to come down onto the front of the ship even more, because of like how the waves are moving up and down. What do you guys do? Start the rescue mission.
We're here to help. I guess Leon will yell back. Can you? Is it safe to climb down?
Oh, thank God. It can be, though with the tide coming and going, we've been afraid to try and move over to the other side of the ship. It rocks very heavily. I don't think we'd have an issue trying to swim over.
How stable does the other ship look? Like the other side?
Not very at all. As the waves are kind of moving up and down, it's like rocking on a pivot back and forth.
Okay. Do you need any help getting in the water, or can you just swim on over?
Do you have a rope? Something just to make sure? You can kind of see that like the swirling, like it's pretty heavy surf around this area. Like if they were to jump in, it's possible they could get dragged a little bit, which they seem to know.
Okay. Do we have a rope with us? I think I
Tide
actually sold
has
my
a
rope.
Well,
Yeah,
I
I
have
have rope.
50 feet of
Okay.
silk rope
yeah,
if you
but
need it.
we're over on the boat. But Tide, I remember him
Yeah,
hanging
I've-
onto
I've-
the rope
Tide
from
has
the
rope?
cave. Yeah,
Okay.
Tide took the rope.
Okay.
We'll take the rope, and then I on Leon will cast my mage hand,
Carry it over.
and I will carry it over to them.
Love that.
Or we'll keep one end on us, and then
Yeah.
we'll
I
carry
was
the other end over.
gonna
there.
say.
Let's just carry the whole rope over.
You just give them rope. Okay, now you have rope.
What do you want to do with it? You gotta just last their shit back together. No, yeah, with the
Yeah.
mage hand, no rolls or anything necessary. It like they're a little bit confused because they don't see it. It's just like this one end of rope that's floating over. I think you probably have perception a little bit of where it is, but like for everybody else, it's just invisible rope flying, one end flying over. But they both grab it and kind of like seem to tie themselves together a little bit with it. They've like pulled enough of it over. And yeah, you're able to get them over pretty easily. I don't think there's any further needed rolls or anything. Well used.
I'm gonna point out the rest of the ship to Tide, and I'm gonna say, "Hey, Tide, like, I know you've been around a bit. Do you think that would be safe to go and search?"
You can make an investigation if you want to.
I'm gonna defer to Tide on this one because he knows boats.
Tide can make an investigation. Even with the 7, you would know like it's pretty precarious. You don't see a whole lot, at least from this perspective, without getting closer. Though your gut check is it would probably be unsafe.
Yeah, he'll relay that it's better not. This is a rescue mission. We don't need to be
Yeah.
rescued ourselves.
Oh, okay, all right, sounds good. And then Leon will just turn to the two and say, "Hey, my name's Leon. Nice to meet you. Who are you?"
Yeah. They like shivering and cold. They turn to you. They do as you've gotten closer. Do appear to be a little bit younger. the girl says her name is Molly and the boy's name is Simon, and they're both the Calligans. Molly and Simon Callaghan.
I'll hand them each a ration and give them my water skin as we start headed back.
Okay. Yeah,
Do we know
they
any
gladly
Calligans?
take it very quickly. Yeah, Callaghan, Calligan. They both take it very quickly and start like just hammering away at it. They look super hungry. And Molly will say, "Do you have any water?" I guess, is there water in rations? Maybe.
He handed the water skin to them.
I think I have
Okay,
a water
gotcha.
skin as well.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah, they start
Goodberry.
horking stuff down while you guys are going back. Make another athletics. Same thing if you want to. You can aid Leon. To see about getting back. So with advantage. 4, the looming 4.
Well, it's a good thing you're helping, buddy.
Very good thing. There we go.
With a 12. You guys start heading back, and the swell around this area is rough. It seems like it's pulling in towards the rocks. You're able to make it back a little bit before the boat starts to drift. And it seems like it's kind of getting pulled back towards the rocks. And both Molly and Simon start freaking out a little bit. Oh god.
I'm gonna send a message over to Ty, ask him if he's okay, because we see the boat moving off to the rocks. Ty, are you okay?
Coming back slowly. He's a little labored with the rowing because it's a little bit difficult, but
yeah, it's a little hard. As you're continuing to row, it like the further you go, it seems like the more off you're getting. It just like even you've moved around the front of the ship now, instead of back towards the southernmost area where your ship would be, kind of moving in the opposite direction.
How far away are they now?
70-ish feet, 75 maybe. They've moved further than the front of the ship.
Can I like signal to the captain of the ship and be like, "Is there anything we can do? They're getting pulled into the rock."
He'll tell you that you're about as close as he thinks he can reasonably get without running aground. You can see rocks in the water that are probably too shallow for the ship to get any closer.
Okay, can I attempt to? You said 70 feet?
About 75-ish.
Can I attempt to tie? Wait, how big of a rope do I have? How much rope do y'all have?
I don't have any.
It's 40 feet.
Sylvan, how much rope do you have? You said you had rope?
Are you talking about that on our
No,
boat,
on this
okay.
boat here. Sylvan, are you here?
I have 50 feet. 50 feet of silk rope.
Okay, can I please have your rope to try and attempt this thing to save them?
Okay. I go and grab
Okay.
my rope out of her pack, and I try to like make sure that. Do you follow me? Do you follow
Just
me?
hurry
for the
up
rope?
and do it. I'm just
There's a
standing
bunch
there.
of bitter rolls in my
Okay.
bag. I want to make sure nobody sees that I stole a bunch of
I'm
bread.
not following you. I'm tying
Great.
my
I quickly get the rope and I come back up and I give it to her.
Okay. I'm gonna tie one end to an arrow, and then I'll, attempt to shoot it because I can shoot up to 150 feet.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna attempt to try to shoot it to give them a string or like rope to try to pull them back.
So like shooting near enough that they could grab it.
Yeah, I'm gonna message Cantrip to Tide and say I'm gonna attempt to shoot a rope to you guys.
Okay. Let's just do this as like a flat dex roll. So roll a 20 and then add your dex modifier, because I don't know that there's like a specific skill. I'm not gonna call.
Also, I might have a backup plan if that doesn't work.
Because my bow is a +7 to hit. You want me to just do dex?
Yeah, just because you're not like trying to hit anything particularly, like unless you're trying to like strike the ship. Like they're
I'd be trying to strike the ship.
Okay,
because otherwise,
then yeah, you can do a roll to hit, and I'll give
Okay.
this a DC. Say DC.
Leon
14.
takes cover.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, she
Beautiful.
like Robin Hood threading the needle of
Okay.
another arrow. This thing flies straight and true and like sinks right into the back of it. As soon as that happens, you get lurched forward trying to hold on to it. Roll an athletics.
Okay. Hopefully Sylvan's
19.
realizing
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, you brace yourself. You throw one leg up, still holding on to like it's like you've been able to like tie the rope around your bow a little bit. You put one leg up and start
Okay.
pulling. It is stretching. Like you don't think you'll be able to pull it all by yourself, but you've got it stopped.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it's going anywhere.
All right, I'll just scream out to everyone. Everyone, help me pull.
Yeah, I think
think we'll be
Macklin
at
will
the
come
end.
over, and like, and he's a big dude, and then our dwarf fellow, Dolan, the two of them will come over, and between the two of them and y'all are able to like start reeling this thing in, and then if Tide's kind of continuing to row, you're able to kind of pull up all the way back. It seems like 30 feet out, from where this area, about halfway back to the ship, that surf kind of settles out, and you guys, it's a lot smoother. So you're able to get back easy peasy. Well, not easy, a little difficulty.
All right.
I look over the edge for sharks.
Okay, perception
And,
check.
as the boat gets close, Leon will longingly look back at the ship and the search that didn't happen.
The goods. He could have gone.
Oh wait, so are they getting closer to our ship now? They're
Yeah,
working
they
their way
won't have a
back?
problem getting back.
Yeah.
Still, and if you want to roll a perception to see if there's sharks, you can. Anybody else want to do anything? Take that as a no. Cool. Yeah, you don't have a problem getting back. The two of them, when you get them on board, they are. Again, you see that they're young, and especially now that you're like close, maybe thinking your original guess of 20s might have been a little high. They look more teenage years, maybe late teenage years. But their clothes are extremely dirty and tattered. And as soon as they get on deck, they start like sticking close to the floor and saying, thank God, we've been out here for days. We've been stuck. I'm just so glad somebody came along. We got stranded. Our ship hit the shoals.
Where's the rest of your crew? What? It was just you guys, or?
They're gone. Molly will speak up, like she's like really softly looking down at her hands, still holding part of the ration. She didn't eat it all, and says,
Aw.
"We we ran aground, and when the ship broke, we were separated, and they all tried to come and save us. The ones who didn't fall off the ship, and they all died. They all got taken out to sea."
It's terrible.
Tinka-
What-
Inside check them. Can I inside check them?
Sure, by all means.
Tinka's gonna walk up to the girl with Tinky in her hands and like try and see if she can use him as like an emotional support dragon.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, now that she can see like you're being a little playful with it, yeah, she'll reach out like gingerly and touch him. He'll coo a little bit, and then as soon as he like doesn't show any signs of like aggression, she'll snatch him out of your hands and like squeeze him tight. Insight.
All right,
She's
he's
being
fine with-
100% serious. She's got terror on
Okay.
her face.
Okay.
Yeah.
Someone pulls Faylene aside and is like, he obviously told the little girl that to spare her feelings because they all ate each other.
Billy's just gonna look at someone like, what is wrong with you? What happened in your life to make you like this?
It's a very long story that, well, I'm still working on that song. It's not finished. Stop trying to get spoilers. She just runs away.
I'm gonna be holding her silk rope like, oh, okay, I
Alright.
guess you don't want this back.
Tinka is gonna ask them how long has it been since you've eaten?
Maybe 3 days. It all happened
Ty-
very fast.
Ty, do you have any good berries or could you make some good berries? I think food might overwhelm them.
Yeah, he'll do that. He'll
Okay.
At
And
least
then-
good berries for a day while we integrate like bread and everything else back in.
Yeah.
Bread. Someone looks very upset.
No, notably from the furthest reaches of the ship, because she stepped away.
She
You
did run
you see
away.
Sylvan very quickly kind of like
Disappears
recoil.
with the word bread.
Tinka's gonna give her a weird look,
pops
like,
up.
"What is wrong with you?" Or Tinka doesn't know she stole the bread.
That's
she
it.
just
We're
thinks she's
looking
being
for
selfish.
Parsons.
Right.
Parson.
Parsons.
He's gonna create some good berries for him.
Parson.
Parsons.
Yeah.
Alright, Tide, what you
Just making good berries.
I'm just over here making good berries. Yeah, they look very confused when you hand them to them. And like Molly's still kind of like clutching the ration, but she takes it and like very quickly eats it. Like kind of like snatches it away. Like she's almost still uncertain that food is food. But is still surprised that you just kind of like out of nothing created these little berries. Simon, on the other hand, is very cautious, and he holds it and waits for what happens with his sister, and then she's like, "It's okay," and
Nice.
then he eats it, and
Very brave.
they start feeling
Wow. She's the poison tester.
Well, I feel like he didn't really have any other option but that, because he had done it
right.
so quickly.
She just snatched it, and he's like, "Are these people trying to kill me?" With your insight check, you can pretty much surmise that like he's not. It's not like he's seeing if it's poisoned and she's going first. It's much more like, we've watched all of our friends and family die. I don't want you to die too, but here you are.
Okay.
And then last thing, she's just gonna say to Molly, "Don't worry about your ration. No one's gonna take it. We have plenty to help. You're gonna be okay. You're safe now."
Someone rolls her eyes. She's really angry at these people. Why would we save you just to kill you?
Phelan's gonna walk over to Sylvan and hand her another piece of bread.
Tinka's gonna say, "Don't mind her. She's simple."
They Simon kind of looks very questioningly, and he responds like, it's not that you would kill us. I think we're just a little scared. And Molly will look to Tinka and kind of like with puppy eyes, be like, please don't let her get close.
The crazy.
She's scary.
Okay, don't worry. How old are you?
15.
Oh, you sweet little baby. Come here. And Tinka's gonna try and hug.
Yeah, and she totally accepts. And then Simon says he's 17.
Are they human?
They are
Humanoid?
human. Yeah, they're human.
So they're twice Tinka's size.
Yeah. Well,
So
fi- 15
Tinka hugs her hip. I guess.
That's
yeah,
adorable.
She's like a relatively short 15-year-old, probably about 13 feet tall. No, I'm kidding. She's
Ariana Grande size.
she's like 4.5 feet.
Okay, so Tinka became a mother to 3 beings today.
Oh my gosh.
She's Daenerys Targaryen.
Mother of
Well,
dragons
those two are human.
and humans.
Mother of dragon and.
Ignore that part. She was a mother of a human first before she got the dragons. Remember?
All right, so Tinka's gonna take them to somewhere calm where they can rest and just away from the crazy one. Because now Tinka will use force to keep Faylene away. No, sorry, not Faylene, Sylvan. Sorry.
Phelan's gonna like reach in her calligraphy set and get like a pen and paper and hand it to Sylvan and be like, "Here, keep yourself busy."
Draw
Oh, and
pictures.
Tinka
of the
will-
wall.
Very annoyed.
Tinka
Someone just
will
pulls out her
actually
lute
say,
and plays music. She just starts
Oh.
playing a Teenage Rebellion song.
There we go.
Okay, so it's
Okay.
a little aggressive.
It's a
Tinka's
song.
gonna try and
How
put them
would
to
I
sleep.
be? Okay. Yeah. So Sylvan, roll a performance
I don't wanna
just
be
because
like
you're
my
on the deck
father.
for kicks and giggles. We'll see how good this performance
right.
is.
Let me find my character sheet. Wait.
Okay.
She doesn't even have it open.
Yeah. While you're doing that,
Oh my god! I've never
It
rolled
sucks.
a natural one in my
Wow.
life.
it sucks. It's like your angst is coming through more than anything else. It doesn't sound like a Teenage Rebellion song. It sounds like a You Hate People song, and as a result, the entire crew starts to give you the stink eye, and they're like, "Why is she
Oh.
here?"
I warned you, she's simple.
I keep asking that too.
Tika, as you go downstairs, yeah, I mean you're able to kind of find them a space. This whole area is full of bunks. It looks like there are more bunks here than there are crew. Perhaps because this isn't like a full size crew. You would usually expect maybe 20 to 30 people on a ship. So there's a couple extra beds, and you can kind of let them go where they go. Molly picks the furthest one, like that's kind of almost completely enclosed. It's got and she sits on the top one. So she's got surroundings on 3 of 4 sides basically.
Okay, and I'm guessing like whatever the kitchen would be or the food storage would probably not be too far from here.
Yeah, like just in the room next door. So they're like
Can I-
here-ish, and then right here is where the food prep station is.
Can I do an investigation and look for 2 mugs, whatever water storage there is, and a little bit of like tea leaves?
Yeah, I mean, you walk in there. The first thing is that Daisy sees you coming, and she's watched you bring in
Okay.
these 2 girls. It looks like she's come down here to kind of prep already. Like she was above board when she saw this go down. So she's actually got 2 cups of like loose leaf tea, and like already stewed up, ready to go. And she brings them to you, and says, "You're doing a great job."
Oh, you're my favorite, Daisy. I'm gonna take good care of them. Thank you for helping.
Why, thank you, honey.
Oh, she's so cute. Okay, bye, Daisy.
Bye. Let me know if you need anything else.
I will. I think they're good for food. I'm gonna let them rest. If you want to just keep an eye on them once they fall asleep, I'm gonna warn my party to be fucking nice to them, or I'm going to end them myself.
So before you leave,
Mama
Olivia
bear
is
over here.
across the hall, and she comes up, and she says, "Do you think they'd be okay if I gave them a look over?" She's the surgeon. So she's
Yeah.
like,
Do you mind if I introduce you to them? For some reason, they trust me.
"Of course, absolutely."
Okay. If you want to come with me, let's go see. Yeah.
So
they're
she'll
amazing.
follow you, stand behind you to look less imposing. Yeah, when you approach,
And
go ahead.
no, I forgot their names. So you go.
Molly and Simon. Yeah, when you approach, Molly kind of looks at her a little bit inquisitively, and then Simon, like with a very clear recognition, um, Aunt Olivia, and
It's
she
their aunt.
and she like
Oh my
rushes
God.
over to them. They're both on the ground. She gives them these big hugs, and she is in tears. Like she couldn't quite tell who they were when they first came down, but now that she sees them up close, they're very clearly like she knew them. And she says, "You were supposed to be on the boat to Midport. What happened?" And they'll kind of recount that basically, I'm giving you the abridged version. As they were sailing, their navigator didn't see a set of shoals, and they shouldn't be here in the midst of the ocean. This is a very deep area, but it's almost like this rocky outcropping had just kind of like randomly been there. It was storming, the wind swirling, the waves kind of crashing around, and at night, and so they ran aground. And when they did, they were moving so fast and rapidly that the hull cracked. It was like such a force. And when it did, many got sent off of the ship already, and the few that remained, once the storm kind of settled down, had tried to rescue them from the front of the ship where they were. But every time they kind of like tried to like get closer, the few who were still kind of remaining, um, just weren't able to do it. And eventually, one of them tried to swim over and got sucked away by the current, and it was a big terrible experience. And then the last one, that was kind of on the other side. There was only like 2 of them. The last one, in the middle of the night, one night, they hear this terrible screeching sound, and when they look up, there is this black beast that comes and like scoops this dude up and takes off.
Holy crap.
The fuck?
Ooh.
Was it dark when they saw the black beast?
Nighttime, yeah.
So that's why there's not like a whole lot of detail about it.
Yeah, all they heard
I'm
was the
assuming-
screeching and then like a black figure take off with it.
Okay, that's not ideal. Okay, well, since Tinka, I'm assuming, overheard that they're family.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you're standing right there.
Okay, so Tinka's gonna make her leave and just say, I'm gonna keep Tinky, the little dragon, with you, and I'll just pop in occasionally and make sure you're okay, all right?
Oh, thank you. And she clutches it, like snuggling Tinky, and he's like nuzzling her face. Kind of super
As
cute.
long as she doesn't hurt him, because he has 1 hit point, and then he'll poop.
Oh no, not hugging him that hard. But yeah, like you can tell, like she's like very protectively clutching onto him.
Not like Elmira.
Right, not doing anything.
Does Simon seem calmer now that his aunt is there, or is he still kind of like?
He's putting on a brave face. Like you can, like, you being as perceptive as you are, like, can kind of tell just by looking at him. Like, he's still pretty scared. He's pretty uncertain. He's glad that his aunt's there, but like he's ready to be off a ship.
Yeah.
And he'll say,
Okay.
like,
Well,
he'll
and I'm
tell
gonna
her
just
that.
make sure. I'm gonna tell them both, like, just ask for me if you need me. Someone will get me. I know there's not a lot I can do, but you guys are here with family and friends. You're not alone. Everything's gonna be okay. We're gonna get you somewhere safe.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then Molly will reach to give you a hug before you leave.
Oh, I love them. I'm like the NPC charmer, and I'm definitely not almost crying over here.
Okay. Anybody else want to do anything while this is all happening?
Someone needs to sing a apology song
An apology song to
Oh
them
my
or
god,
to
leave the poor
everybody?
children alone.
to everyone.
Okay. Roll another persuasion. I'll give you another chance here.
Oh, I'm gonna sing.
You're
give
gonna
me a
actually sing
second
it.
here.
Okay.
I was rude and that was bad. I didn't mean to make you sad. Please forgive my simple ways, but kindness seldom pays. Once I was nice and once I was kind, but no one ever paid me any mind. Yeah, sorry, ran out of air. So now I'm loud and my voice rings clear. A bard can't go unnoticed, it's weird. But I'm so glad that you are all here.
Now roll a performance. That was dope. But in character,
That
let's
was
see how
pretty
much
good.
they like it. Oh yeah. It's stellar. Yeah, you kind of see most people, because it's pretty soft and chill. They're all kind of like swaying and stuff. But particularly Galanier is like, he's like staring you down, kind of like swaying his hips a little bit.
Someone takes the 2 rolls out from behind her back, and she's like, "Here for later."
Who's she handing him to?
She hands them to the shipwrecked denizens.
Oh, the kids. Yeah, I mean, you'd have to go below deck to do that, because they're
Whatever.
You'd also have to pass Tinka to do that.
So you're taking out 2 rolls. Yeah, by all means,
gonna
play
try.
that out as you will.
Because Tinka's coming up while you're doing this.
Right, you would have passed each other probably.
I don't think Tinka would have let her
She's
pass.
holding the bread in each hand, a roll in each hand. Hey, Tinka, you're my apology.
What are you doing?
I'm here to give my bread.
I
I'm
like
giving my
the
bread.
I liked the
poor
simple
people.
part of the song. That was my favorite part.
Yeah, I'm here to give my bread to the people. Okay? The children.
I don't think they
Children.
like you. Let them. Maybe can we try tomorrow? Maybe give them a little bit of time to rest and not be so scared of everything.
I tried. Someone throws both rolls at Tinka's face and then runs away.
Tinka's like, hell yeah, 2 rolls. Puts them in the back.
Free bread. Yeah.
Pocket bread.
If you want to play that out, someone, you can make an attack roll, and Tinka, you can make a acrobatics check to try and avoid it.
They're bread rolls. Okay, I got an attack roll to hit. Okay.
Well, I mean, to see if you hit her or not.
All right, what is that? What is that going to be? An
Ooh.
attack roll? Just a blatant unarmed attack, I guess?
Yeah, unarmed attack. It ain't gonna
Technically,
take
I'm armed
much.
with rolls.
Even if she takes a damage at 2, she's thrilled. Free bread.
Oh, nat 20.
Oh,
You
shit.
peg her
So
square
it's
in the
max
face.
damage.
Yeah, I mean, there's it doesn't like hurt, but it's extremely discomforting. And you take these 2 bread rolls right in the face, and they bounce off. No damage or anything like that, but yeah, she is like, in her frustration, throws them perfectly to just like dead shot right in the eye.
I just imagine it like a rubber duck noise when I hit.
Yes, yeah, me too. Like a...
Or like a rubber chicken sound. But like, yeah, Tinka doesn't give a shit. She's happy the free bread. And she also knows that both of these children just had a good berry. They don't need the bread right now.
Someone has never thrown a more perfect throw in her entire life and never will again.
So they're
Walks off a
both
little
just
pride.
fucking happy.
Like, everybody's happy all of a sudden. Yeah, the captain, now that this has happened, you can see, like, if you go back up to the top of the deck, you see where as far as they can, they've tried to like throw over ropes with grappling hooks on them and pull the ship over, like the carcass of the ship that's like moored up top, and they're all pulling, thinking that with the waves kind of coming up, maybe they can dislodge it, if for no other reason than to sink it. But when they're able to do that, they actually successfully kind of pull it, and it dislodges and does sink a bit, but starts floating over closer. And then Macklin and Dolanier hop in the boat and they head over. This is all happening while you guys are having this conversation. It's like almost as soon as they got back, they jumped in. They bring back with them 2 crates of supplies. There is a lot of spoiled food in it, some rags. There's some wood, a couple more 100 feet of rope, but it's like really thick mooring rope, and then probably just some like random other mooring equipment like hooks and stuff.
If the captain's not too busy, Tinka's gonna try and just fill him in real quick, and then probably just call it a night.
Okay. Yeah, I mean it's late still. Yeah.
It's light. Sorry, I thought it was late.
Late. It's like 1 a.m. It is late.
Oh
still.
yeah, then she's gonna fill the captain in briefly and just like the main points, like they're okay, they're resting, they're the niece of the surgeon, everything's okay.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, he's appreciative. He says just keep an eye on him. We didn't plan for more mouths to feed. I know in these kind of situations, sometimes shipwrecked folks have a habit of overcorrecting. Just keep an eye. We should have enough if we ration appropriately, but we can't let them just have free reign.
That's totally fine. I think we have some rations too that we can help with.
Wonderful. And with that, you guys set back off sail into the night, kind of no worse for wear. And then you can kind of behind you see the remainder of the ship sinking below the surface. It's like calm surface now, except right around those rocks.
Last thing, and then Tinka's gonna shut up, I promise. Tinka's gonna go to Tide and inform him that she was told that the rations or the food that they have stored here is low, so we should utilize those good berries that he already has. That way we can conserve some of the ship's ration.
Yeah, he'll pass them out. They only needed 2, so he'll have 8, which is, I think, plenty, right?
Yeah, it feeds your whole party.
Everyone. Yeah.
And then 1. Cool. Yeah, the rest of the night kind of moves on unencumbered. Nothing else of note. You wake up the next morning. You do notice that the 2 kids are like completely out. And then Olivia looks like she hasn't slept. She looks like she's just kind of been sitting across from where she's stationed in her office, having watched them all night, and scribbling in a notepad. That's the first day.
Okay, Tinka probably would have checked in with the aunt and noticed that she obviously hadn't slept. So she's going to try and take over, so she'll go sleep.
Okay. Yeah, she'll say thank you so much. I'm just so concerned. They were fleeing. I don't know what's gonna happen now. I don't know what to do with them. She's just like very downtrodden, sunken face.
Are you the only family that they have?
We have a brother. Well, I shouldn't say we. I have a brother. don't
Do
know.
you
that
think he
could-
would help?
No. He's a bit cruel.
Do we have any other option?
I mean, for now, we have to take them with us. When we get back to Midport, I'll have to figure out something.
Well, we have limited connections in Midport, but give me some time to think on it and we'll see what we can do.
Okay. Thank you. Thank
I
you
already
for-
have 2 NPCs. I can't take 2 more. I don't need 4 NPCs.
I mean, Viz and Vix are good now. I mean, they're
Viz and Vix can be a pairing. NPC family of Tinka.
two siblings taking care of 2 kids when one of them's very clearly traumatized. Sure.
Yeah. Well, there's trauma to spread around between all 4 of them.
Right. It's perfect. You do notice the Viz and Vix are kind of absent from the event the previous night. They are just not present. You don't really know where they are. Yeah. Let's, unless anyone has anything else they want to do in the downtime, roll another d6.
All right. Who wants to go third?
Is this a new day?
New day.
I'm not allowed to roll again, so someone else.
I'm gonna roll 1 training session of calligraphy.
Okay. Yeah. By all means.
I will roll the d6.
Sweet. Faylene, it's looking a little rough, but better than your first try yesterday. D6. We got a 6. Okay.
I hope 6 is good and not bad.
Yeah,
How's that?
as you're sailing along, you see I guess this would be the captain. He shouts, "All hands on deck!" and everyone kind of like runs up quickly. Looking over the edge of the ship on the starboard side, you see this pile of debris. And first gut check might be from that ship. So he starts to kind of like move the ship over, and wants to kind of check out what it is, but he can only maneuver so far. It'll be another thing where people need to probably get on the boat to like go get it. It looks like almost part of a floor, and on it are strapped a few crates. Like they're like netted on.
Not.
Having missed his opportunity to search the old ship, Leon quickly gets ready to drop the rowboat down to go
Okay.
search the crates.
Perfect. Macklin and Galanier are both already doing the same thing, so they are appreciative for the help. Anyone else want to go?
Tinka is staying with the baby.
Okay, with the babies. Got it. Yeah. The waters are calm enough. It doesn't cost too much. You're just trying to get down to the surface enough. Between the 3 of you, you're able to recover a few crates. Like searching through them, even just on the water, like you see some marked as like dried goods with some like grain and stuff. And then in one of them, you hear like this clanking sound. And as you're like kind of rattling it around, shaking it around, you can maybe discern that there's something in there you might want to take a look at. But you pick it up, you're able to bring it all back to the ship. Roll for me a d20. Leon.
This would be Leon, right?
Yeah. You find inside 1,800 gold.
Oh my
What?
god.
Wow. Okay.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Hey guys. Does anyone? I'll split it up evenly amongst the party, but then also give some to the crew as well.
Cool.
Wow.
Can I do the math on that real quick? How much do you want to give to the crew?
Yeah.
Let's give him like half. Whisper, give him half.
Okay, well, we have 7 people in the party, right? So can I do? We can do what, 200 gold each, and then I can give the crew 400.
Sure, that's what I need to do. Yeah, I mean the 2 guys that went with you, Macklin and Galanier, I mean their eyes go wide when they see it, but at the same time, they kind of know that having that kind of money on their ship now is very dangerous. Macklin will say, it would be nice to have a little, but I don't think if we had this kind of money on our ship, we'd get past the Crimson Guard. You saw what they did before they took some of our rations. Um, Better you keep most of it. We'll just take enough for each of us. So they only take 20 gold for each of them, which is
That's
200.
it?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Right.
Oh,
So
they
then
should take
that's
more.
well,
We can
that's all
give
they
them
want.
more on our way out.
Yeah, we'll give them more when we get off the ship.
Yeah,
Okay.
so each person can add. We'll actually just round this up because I'm not gonna do simple math in a complex way. 228 gold, 5 silver.
And do we want to subtract anything to hold for them when we dock some? Or do we want to just figure that out then?
We'll figure it out then.
Okay, sorry. Can you say it one more time?
Yeah,
How much? we're holding?
228 gold, 5 silver.
Thank you.
That was a good roll, dude.
We rich. Yeah, that was a really good roll.
I was like, please don't be a 1. Now's not the time for a nat 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is where I do my favored by the gods and that. No, just kidding.
Oh god. This is a flat roll, no favored by the gods for this. Okay. So, as the day progresses, you start to feel a little bit of a swell. The ocean starts getting a little bit rougher. The ship doesn't seem to have a whole lot of trouble, but off in the distance, you see these dark clouds beginning to swell. And as they do, Callista says, we're headed straight through that. We better prepare ourselves. And then she'll look for Tinka specifically and say, this is going to be rough for those kids.
I'll be here with you every step of the way.
Best you do what you can. You guys head straight for what looks to be the center of a swelling storm. Below deck, Molly feels it, and she starts freaking out. You can see Simon trying to put on a brave face, but he's sweating. And he's like they're clutching each other.
And I'm down there with them, right?
Yeah, if you want to be, sure.
Okay, Molly, let's play a game, okay?
Oh, okay, what kind of game?
Tell me what your favorite smell is.
My favorite smell?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever had roast mutton stew?
I have. Did it smell like this? And she's going to cast prestidigitation to recreate the smell.
Okay. Her eyes light up when you do that. Oh, it smells so good. I wish I had some right now.
Pretty cool, huh? We're going to get you some soon, I promise. And then
might remember I have that spice that makes things taste.
Oh, that's right.
good
She
idea.
just loses wisdom when you use it, but you do.
Yes, I have
Your
it.
little girl, what does she need wisdom for?
She need wisdom. She's an NPC.
And then, so Tinka's going to go to Simon and do the same thing. What's your favorite smell in the world?
I think I really love cherry pie.
Boom, it smells like cherry pie.
Oh my gosh. How did you
She
do
dispelled the first one because
Yeah.
I can have 3 active at one time. I don't want those 2 mixed.
that? Stew and pie. It smells like a feast down there. Yeah. I mean, they're fascinated by the fact that you could do that.
It's just a little bit of magic, just like little Tinky. See? And she's gonna make him disappear.
And
But not
Molly-
like fully, just to like the little boy.
Yeah, okay. They freak out a little bit, but then it's fine.
And then
Um,
she'll snap again and he's back.
Oh. This is so cool. How
There's
do
a
you
lot of
do
stuff.
that?
It took a lot of practice. As you know, I'm really old. It took a long time for me to learn how to use my magic the right way.
Do you think you could teach me? Molly says.
We could try. Won't hurt anything. Like she probably doesn't have any magical abilities, right?
You don't know.
We don't know. All right. Well, then she's gonna just because she can do prestidigitation. I feel like it's a good way to keep them calm. There's a lot of things that she can do.
So playing
Um,
various games.
mhm.
For the sake of filling it out, they'll start asking you if you can do certain things just to kind of like stay entertained. Um,
Yeah.
cool.
It's all mostly just a distraction.
Sure. Yeah. While that's going on, the storm gets rough. Like cracking thunder overhead. The ship gets a little unwieldy. Somebody roll for me a d6.
Whoever's left.
I'll do it.
CC.
Well, look who's here.
Hey, good shit.
Maybe.
Well, um,
Yeah, maybe.
so
Oh, no.
between Tide and Callista, I need you to roll a d20. Well, no, it's going to be a survival check. Ooh, Callista's not looking so hot. So Tide, you can support here by doing a survival.
Survival.
Okay, great.
My God, like thank God for you, Tide.
Good job.
Yeah. As you're sailing
Just first
through,
mate things.
yeah, just first mate things. The first T-shirt. So as you're going through the storm, it takes most of the day to just kind of keep some semblance of where you're headed. The first 4 hours pass, you think you're on a good track. Roll another one. I'll do the same for Callista. She's not doing great as a navigator. But Tide's crushing it. Yeah, with your help, you're able to kind of like the water. Like the water is home. So where she maybe is getting a little bit lost because you're not entirely sure, you help point Captain Braddock back. You're fighting the ocean as it's going. The ship is rocking and thrashing about, but you're able to kind of help keep control, keep a good direction. That's the next 4 hours. The storm continues to rage on. It seems to only be getting bigger. Roll another one. Boom. There it is.
Nice.
Oh.
Between the two,
Oh.
yeah.
Well,
This next leg, though you're getting tired, it's like nothing really challenging is happening for you guys. Like you're tired, sure, but like for whatever reason, maybe it feels like the storm's breaking a little. But you're able to kind of stay the course. So that's 12 hours of the day. Who wants to do what during this day's storm?
I would like to retcon something and change it a little bit if you're okay with
Depends.
I would like to think that Anna has been with me the whole time I've been with these kids. Since
Perfect.
she's similar in age, she's probably
Yeah.
helping me. And if
Okay.
she was here, I think the same thing would happen.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, we'll let her know. But yeah, I'm sure she would be engaged just as much and probably trying to befriend Molly.
And even if it's not like a caretaker role like Tinka's doing, it's nice for her to be around
Another
people her own age.
person, friendly, yeah. For sure.
Someone plays sea shanties for the crew.
Okay. Roll a performance in the middle of a storm. Are you below deck or above deck?
Oh wait, are we still in the
Mm,
storm?
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
the storm's going on.
we're doing downtime for everybody else while there's 12 hours of storm.
I'm gonna say I'm above. I'm like I'm in the stairwell. I'm not overly.
Okay.
I don't want to get thrown overboard, right? I'm just.
Okay.
I'm where I can like sort of like sing safely, where I can like you know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah. Roll a performance. Okay. Yeah. Though the
Nothing
ship
but hits here.
yeah, though the ship is thrashing about, like where you've kind of stationed yourself in the stairwell, it's like you can prop yourself up between the two walls and like play well. It doesn't feel like for you like being center of mass, it's rocking and stuff, but you're doing well. I mean things go like people seem to be appreciative because this is really dark weather. you kind of catch glimpses of them every once in a while as they're like coming through, like pulling the rigging and loosening sails where they have to and pulling things tight where they have to. Every once in a while, you'll spot one of the crew members and they'll like smile as they're going. And Galanir will come by and say, "Keep up the good work."
I have a lot of shit to make up for with these guys. I'm on my way.
Yeah. Anybody else want to do anything in this downtime?
Um, Leon, I guess,
wellness.
probably would have noticed Viz not really being around, so he's gonna go searching for Viz and Vix and
Okay.
see if they're okay.
Yeah. You find them in the bunks. They're like, it seems like they've spent most of their time just talking, catching up. And when you get there, Viz is talking about what his life was like after both of his mother and daughter, or not daughter, sister passed away. You kind of catch the tail end of that, and then he'll look up and say, "Ah, Leon, good to see you."
It's good to see you as well, Viz. It's been a minute since we kind of talked, and I noticed you guys have sort of been in your own little world here. Is everything okay?
I appreciate you checking us. Yes, it's you see, it's been so long. Um, we have much to catch up on. Vixandra, she doesn't know this world. I'm having to teach her much, and for myself, it's just nice to have my sister back.
Okay. I just like I said, I've just kind of noticed a bit of distance. I want to make sure we everything was going okay. We weren't overstepping or anything like that.
Of course. No, I appreciate the check-in. I didn't want to disappear. Please, if you need anything from me, you know where to find me. I am happy to help with anything. Though this honestly is the first time I've been able to rest in a long time. It's kind of nice just to sit.
Okay. No, that's fine. Viz, I like I said, I just was concerned. I just wanted to check in. You take your time, you rest. To tell you the truth, there's, those things we talked about in the past. Something happened a couple nights ago, and when you have a chance, I'd like to fill you in on some information.
Of course, of course. I will come find you after this storm is done. Perhaps we can talk on above deck.
Sure, absolutely. And then Leon will just leave him be then, and go study some more.
Okay. Yeah, you find a nice little quiet spot. The ship it's a lot. You can do another study check if you want to. It's gonna be a higher DC because it's violent down here. But go for it.
Yeah. Was it D20? Is that what I was rolling?
Just D20. Yeah. Not. You're having a hard time focusing. It's like maybe you're getting a little bit of seasickness. If you keep reading, so you have to stop to like brace yourself and kind of look ahead. And not a whole lot. Certainly being gleaned during this time. Though worth continuing on. You're still driven.
Let the record show we've moved on to shadow puppets now.
Okay. Shadow puppets. What are you using to send light?
So rather than sending light, she's using prestidigitation. It can snuff out a candle, a torch, or a small campfire.
Okay.
So I'm assuming she has changed the lights around so that they're making shadow.
Yeah. And with it as well, you can like add small patches of stuff on the wall to help fill it in. Yeah.
Don't worry, I got a next thing too. So continue.
Okay. Cool. So your second 4 hours is spent doing puppets on the wall. Great. What else? Anything
They
else
love it.
from anyone else? Phelan, you can go ahead and run another check if you want to, or did you already? I think I see it there. Yeah, this one's looking pretty good, pretty solid. This next leg, yeah.
I'm gonna do the next one for
Okay,
8
perfect.
hours total.
Yeah. They're both looking,
And failing
looking
this,
better.
the boat moving and all this is not phasing her because she has faith in tide.
Yeah,
It's
perfect.
just like it's fine.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, she's pretty well traveled, right? She's
She is.
been on ships before. You know how to handle most of like this kind of weather. It's not super scary, especially when you have faith in a crew. Yeah. Cool. Anybody got anything else to do in this last 4 hours?
Yeah. In the third hour. So we're making a non-magical illusory image.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of what would be fun for children. It's gonna be time appropriate Tom and Jerry.
A mouse and a cat running around and beating each other.
Yeah, but it's very cartoony and like cartoon violence, like nothing
Sure.
bloody or gory, but
Sure.
like the eyes pop out real big
Yeah. Okay.
and the
So-
big hammer. I'm trying the life out of me to keep these kids not focused on we might die.
It is at this time that Silwyn finally shows up below deck.
with bread in hand.
Not just bread in hand, but she sees the shenanigans going on. She takes out her lute and she plays at a time-appropriate Looney
Okay.
Tunes soundtrack.
Love
So
it.
the Tom and Jerry shenanigans.
Performance check it. Let's do
Oh
it.
god.
Na, 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 na.
If you ruin my fucking show.
No, that's
Those
great.
words aren't in my vocabulary. Ruin a
Not
show.
for performance.
Except the other one.
Yeah,
That
it's-
was
it's
different?
good. Go ahead.
That was
Tinka
different.
shoots her a warning look. Like, don't fuck up.
Silwyn gestures with her eyes over to the kids and their reaction to the music. Like, hello.
They're cool with the music. You can kind of see like Molly's a little more engaged. Simon thinks this is just kind of dumb. Not as
Okay,
engaged.
so with Tinka's passive perception, would she have noticed that?
Yeah, you'd notice him kind of getting a little weary. While you're doing this, he says he's gonna go and relieve himself. So he heads off down the hallway.
Okay, I hope he doesn't do anything bad. I'm not gonna follow.
Okay. Yeah. Comes back after about 10 minutes.
Okay. Does anything look different? Like, does he look like he shoved things in his pockets if he has pockets? Or
You can roll a perception if you're trying to tell like at a glance, or investigation if you're like really trying to tell.
I just went at a glance.
Yeah. At a glance. He nothing like sticking out of his pockets. He just looks bored.
Okay, so Tinka's gonna stop all the prestidigitation and Simon, what is it that you like to do?
Honestly, I'm just cooped up on this ship.
I know.
I don't think it's with the storm. I can't even go on deck, and I don't want to leave. I mean, I could, but I don't want to leave Molly.
I know.
I don't know. Maybe I'll just read. Are there any good books around here?
Oh crap, I don't have any books.
Do I have that creepy grimoire?
No. Do
You
not give that
do.
to my son.
No,
You sure do.
I have a children's book. I don't know. how
Aileen
old he
does have a
is,
children's
but-
book. I forgot that you
Yeah.
stole that in session
Yes.
0.
Perfect.
Does Silwyn know that?
Does Scylla know about the book?
I don't
Because
I don't-
Tinka doesn't know about it. So
I don't
we
think so.
wouldn't
I
be able
think,
to
but
ask
Anna
her.
does. Anna knows that.
Oh, but Anna.
Yeah, Anna
Right.
knows
Anna
Phelan
knows
has a book
about it.
because they tried to like. Phelan tried to give it to her at one point.
So at
Yeah.
this point, I think Anna would probably say, "I know someone who has a kid's book. Let me see if I can borrow it."
Yeah,
And
yeah,
she'll go and try and find Bailey.
perfect.
All right. Yeah. I'll hand it to Anna when she asks for it.
Great.
And so then she'll ask.
I'll make sure that I'll take that note out of it though.
the one that says you're in danger, you're gonna die.
Yes.
Oh,
Probably smart.
God.
There's a lot of wisdom in that. Glad you remembered.
And so then the conversation goes to Molly. What do you like to?
I also like reading, but this has been fun. Maybe we just talk for a little while.
Yeah, we can do that.
She'll ask more about magic. Ask what you like to do. What your favorite food is. Yeah, just simple things.
Toadstool.
Ew, what is that?
You've never seen like a mushroom?
I mean, I have, but you don't eat that stuff. Not like that.
Okay, well, you don't even know. Tinka's gonna make it smell like a mushroom stew.
Someone
Okay.
holds out the bread to the little girl, like, would you rather have this instead?
She takes the bread.
Eileen smells mushroom stew and her nose turns up. She's just like about to Ralph.
Yep. Yeah.
It's like the
Go ahead.
no, I was just thinking of the cartoon where they're like on their tippy toes following the pie smell.
Yeah.
The waving smell. Yeah. You notice Molly? She takes the bread. She doesn't eat it. She just shoves her nose in it.
Oh,
She's like,
so Tinka makes it smell like fresh baked bread.
oh, and at that she kind of like coos a little bit and then takes a big bite.
I swear to God, Selwyn, if you did anything to that bread,
Fuck.
oh, where did you get this bread? This is not the bread we brought.
Cast prestidigitation for a light show and starts playing crazy lute solos.
What would I roll to make Tinka like see through that and not be faded?
Insight.
Yeah, it would be an insight for sure. Yeah, you completely.
That is not that's history. Hold on.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you don't believe it. You're looking right through it. It didn't take much. She didn't try much to hide it.
You
And
rolled
Tinka
the-
still has her 2 rolls, right?
Yeah,
I haven't used
you
them.
do.
You rolled the same number. That's crazy.
No, it's a 15 and a 12.
It was a
No,
10 though.
yeah,
Those
yeah,
are
but
just
it was
bonus.
10 both
Gotcha,
times.
gotcha, gotcha. Yeah,
That's funny.
yeah.
That is.
So if I start asking people about this bread, now that I have 2 rolls of it, what am I going to find out?
Actually, before you do that, roll a deception check to see how well that is. Let's make this contested.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a shot.
Beautiful natural 20.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah. I mean, I'll say because you're questioning it, like the light show is enough to like take your attention off of it to like focus back on the kids. Like you think about like maybe it's worth not focusing on that right now. You're distracted enough. It's not gone.
Right.
Not with that 12.
Like she still knows this is not the bread that we
right.
brought.
Yeah. It was a good distraction. That's about it.
And then she noticed it again when she gave it to Molly.
So you've noticed it twice.
So I'm assuming she
Yeah.
took one of them.
Yeah, Molly has one. I think
Listen, it's a
Simon.
free country. The bread is for all.
I don't think that's true at all.
Are you having this discussion in front of them?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Hush tone.
I think
is
we're
scarce.
dropping it for
Sylvan, did you hand one
You
to
wanna drop-
Simon
we
as
drop-
well, or just to Molly?
Yeah. Simon also.
Simon for sure took it. He's like super thankful. They still look hungry, though they've had a full stomach from the Goodberry. It hasn't been long enough technically to subside. But he's like kind of portioning his out. It's almost like he still doesn't trust that meals are coming.
I mean,
Poor
they're gonna
thing.
need like a 10,000 calorie surplus to put some weight on to normal.
not
weight,
after
so.
3 days. Well, maybe after 3 days having nothing. Could be.
well, and we don't know how
But
how
the
much
rations
they were
on the
getting
ship
before
were
that.
before. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
True. You don't. Okay. Anybody else have anything else for this time? No. Okay. The storm seems to settle out a little bit around 10 o'clock. It's not gone. There's still thunder. There's still lightning. It's been a full day. It's almost like the storm's moving in the direction that you've been moving in. So it's taking longer than you would expect to get through it. But it settles out enough that the ship isn't like heaving anymore. You think that maybe you could get some sleep if you tried to. The kids are settled down. Like they're done.
Okay.
And you do notice Simon's still reading. But like he's like chilled out. He doesn't seem as intent on going up and like getting in everyone's business or anything. Olivia had woken up earlier in the day, but she had to help out with a lot of stuff. Now about this time she comes down, and she is just watching them again. They seem to like
Okay.
be really settled when she's around, and so she's kind of like taking.
Yeah, because I wore them the fuck out all day.
I did this.
She's welcome. She's got night shift. I got day shift. We got this.
Perfect. Yeah, so she'll let you go if you want to go and get some sleep. She looks rested enough. She pulls back out her notebook and starts writing in it again. And then the rest of the crew, it seems like they're not trying to stop. They know they're gonna have to kind of keep on, but for the rest of you, you can all kind of go about your evenings. If you want to get some sleep, you can, or any other downtime stuff, you can.
Tinka is gonna find Viz and Vix and just like tell them about the kids and how much they love Tinky, and if they want to meet them tomorrow and show them the other dragons, just give them the option.
Yeah. Vix had seen them come in. They're kind of sitting in a similar area as the rest of you, a little further off because they're having their own conversations and stuff. You can see that they've spent all day just talking to each other. When you come up, Viz is more excited to see you than she is, and but it's not like she's not okay with you being there, but he's
She doesn't really know her.
Right, exactly. And she's been cautious enough around everyone, even though no one's given her any reason. You can almost tell like whatever traumas she's been through just make her very distrusting of people.
Yeah.
But Viz, happy to chat. Says he'd be happy to meet the kids. He'd be willing to show them some of his magic. But Vix, very withdrawn, says she doesn't think so. She would much prefer just to kind of stay on her own.
That's okay. Have you guys eaten at all?
Yes. Miss Daisy, she has brought us some very delicious food. Side note, everybody else, you would have had really great meals at each one of the times. Today, probably a little less than yesterday. Not like less, but like less extravagant because the ship's crazy. But she brings stews around every once in a while, or fresh goods, whatever she has on hand, rations for the day. Seems like most of what she works on or like cooks pretty good. She's a pretty solid cook. But yeah, he says she came by earlier and they had some supper. She sat with them while they ate. And just kind of got to know them a little bit.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad you two are okay. I'm glad you have each other. It's funny, the kids, it's a little brother and sister too.
Oh, really? I wasn't certain.
They're very sweet. I think you'll like them a lot.
Oh, that's wonderful. It's been so long since I've seen many people. Obviously, you all have been very great, but I would love to meet them.
Can do that tomorrow. There's still, I think the boy, his name is Simon. I think he's still a little bit not entirely trusting, but he gets kind of bored easy. So maybe you can help me figure out how to keep him entertained.
Perhaps.
Maybe you could tell him a story.
I can regale him with many stories. I have wonderful
I
stories
think
of
he would love
adventure.
them.
Wonderful. We'll spend some time tomorrow
Okay.
after the rest.
Okay, good idea.
Cool.
So she'll just wish them both good night and then go put herself to sleep.
Yeah, for sure. Before you go,
Sylvan would like to try to seduce Colonier this time.
so you're gonna sure. How do you do this? What does this look like for you?
She goes and puts on her fine clothes and pulls her top down, so there's some cleavage popping out a little bit. She pulls it down for some cleavage. She immediately goes to up to his door. She puts one arm up against the door, kind of Jessica Rabbit style, and is like,
Does Tinka
like one
pass
leg,
this on the way?
"What are you doing this evening?"
There's not really doors so much as there are bunks, but
Yeah, it's really more of a bunk, yeah.
Yeah. You wouldn't necessarily pass it, but you'd be perceptive of it. It's all kind of in the open.
Okay, she's going to intentionally pass it and fart cloud and leave.
Okay. Are you trying to do it stealthy or not?
Sure.
Okay. Roll a
Like,
stealth
even
check.
if she fails the stealth check, she's going to do it anyway.
Okay. Yeah. If you're trying to be super stealthy, I'll say it this way. Sylvan knows you walk by and suddenly it stinks. Viz not so much.
And she has the same spell.
Right.
My fucking moron.
Right. Yeah. You clap.
I am
as she's
simple.
there. Yeah.
Wait, she's seducing Viz?
Isn't that what you
Citizen
said?
Galanier.
Oh,
No,
Gallion.
she's
Okay, gotcha,
in,
gotcha, 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 gotcha. Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
pirate.
Oh, okay.
I misheard that.
That changes
Fart.
things.
Very-
I'm still gonna fart.
okay, okay.
The pirate who kept
It
calling
was
her
Viz, it'd
fire.
be a
Right.
totally different action. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say, Viz
Oh,
is
yeah,
sitting
that
in a
would
room
not
with
have
his
just been
sister
a-
still. No, Gallion, he's
Yeah.
so he's above deck. You'll have to go above deck. He's still gonna be working.
him up.
Yeah. But yeah, you come up. He'll stop. Take note. Say, well, don't you look a little overdressed for the storm? What are you up to?
I just asked you a question. So you always answer questions with questions. Tries to go back to looking seductive instead of questioning.
And the fart
Uh,
cloud's still there. Right?
Fart cloud still
Above
for whatever
deck?
reason
How is
wafting.
the storm not blown it away?
Because it's prostitution.
It's magical fart.
Does it stay?
doesn't- Yeah, it
Yeah, it's
doesn't move
magical
with the
fart.
wind.
It can stay.
I'm gonna cast prestidigitation to
You
make
can't
it smell
dispel
like rose
my own.
flowers.
You
It's
can-
gonna
but
be
you
both.
can-
I'm putting a Lysol scent on top of it.
Yeah,
A
so it smells
deodorizer.
like fart and deodorant.
Yeah, no, it smells like Lysol now.
Suddenly, just this overwhelming sense of smells. To answer your question, he says, "Hold on to you." Answer your question with a question.
All right. Well, what, I'm here for you. There we go.
Well, there we go. There's a statement. What can I help you with?
That's a statement. That's a sentence that ends in a period.
Right. Yeah. What brings you up on top? It's dangerous up here tonight. What do you? Just getting a little fresh air, I take it.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. It's not very fresh though right now, and she just looks really pissed off and like walks over towards the edge.
Can I roll perception to see if I can smell it from underneath?
Sure. No,
Oh, no, I don't smell
nah,
anything.
it's relatively musty because it's below deck
Yeah.
and wet, but it's all right.
Oh my god, wait, hold on. You can only create an odd odor. Does Lysol count as odd?
I would say
Yeah.
She said
yeah,
roses.
I would
Well, I
consider
overrode that with Lysol.
I would consider some kind of like weird perfume as odd. Sure, something she
Yeah,
knows
like
from back
ammonia,
home.
bleach,
Yeah.
something or whatever.
Yeah.
But they
Be
wouldn't
odd for the
cancel each other
situation.
out.
Yeah,
it
no,
would be
it's just
perfume
It would be
and
stacking.
layered,
It's
yeah.
stacking
Yeah.
smells, hanging out in a cloud area that they're both kind of like huddled in. Like,
Yeah, I literally just got really mad and I stalked off and was like, "Fucking."
I'm gonna start the
Stalked off
best
over the
prank
edge.
war.
he'll follow you over, just to kind of like get out of the cloud himself, and say, well, that was quite a strange smell. I take it some of your friends are, say, a little devious.
Someone like side eyes, Tinka. That one has it in.
She's
for
gone.
me. Oh, or side eyes
Where
the
she
door
was.
where she escaped to, where she was. That one has it in for me.
Is that so? What did you do to call some ire?
But why do I have to have done something?
Well, then what did she do? Tell me a story.
Okay. Once upon a time, I was a little girl, and I lived with my father, with the humans, and they never treated me very well. And then I went to go live with my mother's people, and they never treated me really well, and I never fit in anywhere. And she just feels like she's doing more of the same to me. Someone looked really sad.
Make a
That is a
performance
crock of
check.
shit. Nice.
Great.
He smiles and says, "That's certainly a story, but perhaps there's more to it.
All right, I'm full of shit.
Well, at least you're honest when pressed."
Sometimes, half the time, 40% of the time, 100% of the time.
Wow.
He laughs. I like that. That's a good way of putting it. I seem to be a little the same way.
Listen, I think we got off to the wrong foot. On the wrong foot. See, I'm all tongue tied. You're really hot.
when you say that, he steps back and like it's raining, soaking wet, hair all dripping and stuff. He shakes his head to like
Oh my
make it
god,
flip
that's
back.
so hot. Oh my god, like Aragorn in that one part where he's like sweaty and he tosses his hair in like the Fellowship of the Ring, and Amanda's never looked more
God damn
masculine.
it, Jilly.
Oh,
Uh, he very arrogantly knows that he's an attractive guy, and he goes, "I'm glad you think so."
yeah. You're like, there's nothing better than a man who knows he's attractive. She like cozies up to him.
Um, he'll put an arm around you, and say, like he'll push you a little bit and say, "Better brace yourself. These tires are getting a little rough. I tell you what, perhaps we can have a little more time after this. I gotta get back to it."
Yeah, I'll wait for you to come below deck so I can find something hard to brace myself with, and then she disappears.
Okay.
Oh. Oh my god.
I'm so
Roll for-
sorry.
Can I roll for Constitution real quick? I'm gonna be sick.
Yeah, make a con saving throw.
We all need one of those after that one.
Anybody who heard it.
I feel like I'm
I'm
still
just
gonna
gonna
puke.
make one just because.
Because it's fun. Let's say it's
Yeah.
a DC 12.
Okay.
We're all
We're
puking.
all suddenly.
Oh,
We're
Leon's
all suddenly sick.
My +5 con save. What can I say?
Dang it, Leon. Yeah,
Leon's
everybody.
too old to be phased by such things.
Everybody suddenly gets.
Tinka's
motion
older than
sickness.
Leon.
You guys are all seasick.
Leon looks like he's 20. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Looks
true.
Like he's
Tinka
20.
looks
looks like a-
200.
Yeah. Well, I mean, gnomes hold their
Well,
own well. You
not
look like you're
really.
middle aged.
She looks 40 maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody who rolled below a 12, your eyes roll so far into the back of your head you get dizzy. Leon, you're just a little confused at what happened, but most of all, you're just fine with it.
We all puke overboard
we all
and think
just,
like it's Family
felt
Guy.
the force of something bad just happened.
This- a big
Look at it
at
all.
that very moment, thunder claps so loudly the whole boat rocks.
Whole boat rocks and we all just puke.
Why would you say that? Because my first instinct is not as loud as these
Wait,
chicks are gonna
she's
clap.
she's walking down the stairs. Can I puke on her?
Please no, let me dodge this shit. Let me dodge this shit with some nimble fucking elven shit.
Sure.
I see her green face coming a mile away.
I say do an unarmed strike. That's technically not what this is. And then a dexterity saving throw. Or no, acrobatics.
Okay, you'll be fine. Do acrobatics.
Yeah,
Fine.
you see it coming from a mile away. You like dodge out of the way and then like kind of like position her so she just vomits into the door.
Oh god.
I make like a really like, look who's gonna be swabbing the deck now.
I throw out a piece of. I grab a piece of bread and just hit her in the head with it.
You pull bread from me. Okay, another unarmed attack and then another acrobatics.
Dear god.
Misses. Just swings wide.
I snatch the bread up and shove it into my tunic, wherever
Uh,
my boobs are.
Sure.
Roll for vomit on the bread.
Yeah, roll for that's it. Yeah, roll a flat 20 because this isn't going to be anything other than flat 20, DC 10. Yeah, it's fine.
Leon
Oh.
is rolling
Missed
his
the bomb.
eyes at all this, by the way. He's just like, what the fuck?
It's the LaCroix of vomit bread. It's just faintly smelling like vomit.
Yeah, it was in close enough proximity that it's definitely carrying some smell, but it didn't get any particles on it.
That's all that matters.
Anyway,
I'm gonna go grab that mop for her.
Okay,
I hand her the mop.
perfect. Mopping
Okay,
ensues.
swab the area. Yes, mopping ensues.
Yeah, I mean it's sopping wet already. It doesn't take much. Like there's water from the rain and spray, like salt spray. It's like clearly all over the deck and kind of coming down the stairs. But it's I won't say easy to clean up, but it's very clear that like what was there is gone.
Alright.
Okay. Anything else in these last minutes before bed? No. I'm gonna see if music works now because I really want music for this.
I just want to give you a heads up. I do have to go in like 20 minutes, but you
Yeah.
guys feel free to play without me.
Yeah, I have to go in 20.
Yeah, I think we're gonna close out.
Yeah,
I
I'm
have
okay
That'd
with
be a good
that.
place.
yeah, we'll let this night be the last thing that happens. So, as everyone goes to sleep or lays down to go to sleep, a couple things happen. Tide, you're still on deck at least for a little while. Though once the storm settles down, the captain leans over and says, "It's okay if you want to take a break."
You're breaking up real bad, Apollo.
Yeah.
I can't understand most of what you're saying. And now I think he's cut out completely.
No,
Maybe
no,
it's-
I'm here. Hold on.
What about your back?
I think it's the music.
Yeah.
That's music.
I think so too. He was fine
You
before
were,
There
that.
we go.
Yeah, you were fine until the music.
Yeah, it was trying to do that weird thing. Okay. Stepping back. As the storm kind of subsides a little, the captain tells Tide he can go to sleep, basically. Things have evened out enough. He's got some of his crew that is a little more rested, a little more seafaring, ready to kind of take over. So this entire crew, like, you guys, the adventurers, all kind of bed down for the night. Unless, Ty, there's anything specifically you want to do sailing-wise.
No, if the captain's dismissed him, then he'll take
Perfect.
that and get some much needed rest.
Yeah. Okay. As you drift to sleep, the storm's rocking the ship. You know the crew is well able to traverse the weather. Having lived on the seas for many years, sleep finds you easy enough, but you dream. And this is a dream that you've had before. The dream always begins the same, with a vast expanse of the open sea, the salty air clinging to your skin as the ship navigates through turbulent waters. The sky is engulfed in dark clouds, and the waves crashing against the hull with an ominous intensity. This time, as you dream, you look to the crew, and rather than the crew that's usually in your dream, it's this crew, the crew of the Gale Runner. Not usually there, but you see them clear as if you're standing amongst them, back on the deck. Looking at them, their faces begin to get distorted. Their eyes vacant and void of life, their voices are replaced by haunting whispers that echo through the howling winds, a chilling reminder of the fallen friends and crewmates long lost, and you hear the voice of Captain Hicks calling out, "Tide, why didn't you save us?" As his voice fades into the roaring wind. The ship cracks and groans, as if the very ocean itself is demanding some retribution for an unknown sin. Your heart races. You can feel your magical connection to the water waning, as if the ocean itself is betraying you. You stand there, powerless to control the raging tempest, unable to protect your crew or yourself from the relentless fury of the storm. But it rages on. As a crash of thunder and flash of lightning erupt ahead of you, you see for just a moment a glimpse of a face that you've not seen in a long time. Asim. His solemn face among the swirling clouds, his ghostly figure reaching out. As you reach back, another flash, and the ship is struck by a bolt of lightning, sending the ship down. Swallowed whole by the raging sea, plunging into the depths below, darkness envelops you. You feel an overwhelming sense of loss and despair, as if you're drowning, not just in water, but in sorrow. Just when you've lost all hope, the dream shifts. You find yourself floating in a tranquil oasis, a realm of pure water and serenity. The storm is replaced by a gentle rain that bathes you in soothing embrace. The water feels cool and inviting, almost like a whisper, whispering secrets against your skin. It's as if your body is being enveloped in a gentle, watery embrace, and the sensation tingles across your skin in a way that's both electrifying and calming. I like this music. With each moment and each movement, you send ripples cascading through the water, like echoes of your presence dancing across its surface. As you breathe, you become attuned to the water's subtle rise and fall, a rhythmic reminder of its living nature. The currents playfully move you, teasing your senses, making you feel as if you're part of a hidden underwater world. Sensation is so different from anything you've known, even having been in the water. And as a water genasi, it feels oddly similar, as if you're reconnecting with a long-lost aspect of your life. You sense the presence of close friends and crewmates nearby, brothers and sisters in arms, as if they're guiding you from beyond the veil. Their spirits present though their bodies are long gone. In this peaceful moment, you lie there, at rest, at peace, all the feelings of despair lifted, and all that remains is a profound connection to the water. As you drift, you hear the soothing melody of the cool water that wraps around you like a soft embrace. It's a hushed whisper that carries with it the essence of tranquility. Each languid ripple, meandering current creating a delicate symphony that resonates with the rhythms of nature. As you listen, you can almost hear the water's patient journey, a tale of time and persistence. The gentle lapping against your body forms a soothing percussion, while the occasional soft gurgle adds a whimsical note to the composition. Memory is brought back to your mind. You remember Asim's charge to you all those years ago, your purpose as a protector of the natural. You're reminded of your purpose as a learner, and your goal of discernment, of knowing people and their hearts. And your resolve is strengthened. You know that you must face your fears and confront the storms that lie ahead, whatever may come. And you wake from this once nightmare termed dream, drenched in sweat but filled with a sense of purpose. Your resolve for finding good, pursuing the path of discernment, protecting the key of life. All of it before you. Somewhere, you understand why Leon was placed in your path all those months ago. A learner made teacher of sorts, reminded of righteousness in people. The beginning of a bond, forged in honor, now in pursuit of restoring good to the world. And the rest of the night is yours to fall back to sleep.
Okay. He's gonna get up for a moment and jot it down so he doesn't forget, and then finally get some sleep. As he feels like he's been running a marathon.
Yeah,
going
absolutely.
ebbing and flowing like that.
Yeah, the rest of your sleep is very peaceful. You rest like you haven't rested in a long time. It's wonderful. Silwyn, as you sleep, you dream. Your consciousness drifts into the dream realm. You find yourself standing within a dimly lit room. The cold stone walls are adorned with various arcane instruments, their metallic surfaces glinting slightly in the eerie light. The air carries a distinct scent of old parchment, faint traces of alchemical reagents, and a mustiness from years of untouched books. As you stand and take in the room, you have an underlying sense that something here is ancient, forgotten. In one corner of the room is an enchantment table, and it stands adorned with intricate symbols and runes, all softly glowing with a spectral green hue. It pulses like a heartbeat, emitting an otherworldly glow that casts long, wavering shadows on the floor and walls in the darkness. This is a place of power, a place where deep, unknown magic and hidden terrors intertwine. Your eyes are drawn to the center of the room where a table holds an open book. It's the same book that you found in the keep, the one that spoke of dunamantic magic. Its cover is embossed with letters that seem familiar, yet as you look at it, they dance and shift like mirages playing tricks on your mind. What trepidation you had subsides, and curiosity gets the better of you as you reach out to touch the book. Music got really intense. Your fingers graze across its cover, and then you open it, expecting to see similar sketches and drawings from the book that you've seen before. Looking through, it's easy to see the contents of the book have changed, morphed into something even more alien and unsettling. The letters seem to shift and rearrange themselves, defying your attempts to make any sense of them. As your fingers turn through the pages, you're struck with a surge of immense pain in your mind. You wince and recoil, doubling over as the sensation, something a lot like electricity, just runs through your body. Sensation courses through you and it rockets into your brain, sending a terrible pain like blazing fire, burning, searing, and tearing at your head. Roll a Constitution saving throw.
Is she here?
I don't know.
Wait,
She'll-
hold on,
This is
hold on.
your dream, Zillin.
Like fucking creepy as fuck. Hold on, I'm trying to find it. You said con?
Yeah, con saving throw.
I found it. Oh no!
You grit your
How does that
teeth,
laugh?
trying to remain conscious, but your head throbs mercilessly. You take 4 points of psychic damage. Your vision blurs, but only for a few moments before returning. As the pain subsides, a low rumble vibrates through the walls. You stumble back, your heart racing as the entire room seems to tremble. Dust, small bits of stone begin to fall from the ceiling, creating a haze in the air. The instruments on the wall clatter against one another, creating an unsettling cacophony of haunting chimes ringing through the stonework chamber. The rattling and clanging sounds of metal resonating and reverberating off the stone wall, adding to your unease.
Oh
and a
god,
sense of
discordance is
dread.
a bard's worst nightmare.
A sense of dread begins to overtake you. In the distance, far deep within the chamber, somewhere else in the keep, comes the unsettling sound of shifting and crumbling. The very foundations below you seem to give way, and the sensation of impending doom hangs heavy in the air. Your breath quickens, and a sense of desperation takes hold. The dust lingering begins swirling and seems to fill the room. As you breathe more, the thick dust fills your lungs. Coughing and retching, trying to find oxygen and expel this intrusive substance, you begin to get dizzy. Driven by fear, you make a mad dash for the door, and as you run towards it, you can see clear air in the hallway just beyond reach. So, you run towards the opening. As you move, the room begins to shift. The door appears as if it's running from you. The more you move, the more the room contorts, spiraling and shifting. The door rotating onto the ceiling, the wall sconces shifting to the floor, furniture resting on the walls instead of the floor. It appears as if the exit is trying to stay out of reach. And yet, you claw and scrape your way, climbing over obstacles that present themselves as you move. The door shifts back to the floor. Just as you're reaching your liberation, sweet taste of freedom from this torment, the door slams with an incredible force that sends you backwards. Still clutching the book in your hand, a voice emerges. A voice that doesn't belong to anyone you've ever known. It's a voice that seems to echo from the depths of time itself. The words are chilling, laced with a sinister edge. I see you. You've stolen something that does not belong to you.
It was fucking 8 rolls of bread!
I will have it back. And Icarus Black's spectral hand reaches from the book and claws at your face. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh god.
Okay. You take 2 points of damage. Slashing damage. As you recoil, you feel this searing pain as this hand claws the side of your face. The voice speaks again. You have been marked. They are coming. It is coming. And you cannot hide. Just then, hideous laughter rings out, echoing in the chamber around you. Clutch the book tightly, unable to release it, as if some force is compelling you to keep it in your grasp. Your knuckles turning white the harder you grip. A searing pain once more courses through your head, this time more intense as the screaming pierces through all other sounds and filling the room. Roll another con save.
We do not do well on those.
You take 5 points of damage, psychic damage. This time you're unable to escape its full grip. In your mind, the agony is overwhelming, like your very thoughts are being torn from you. Your vision blurs again, and this time your limbs threaten to give way. But the voice falls silent, leaving you in an almost suffocating void of silence, though the room continues to shudder and quake and shift. You gaze at the door in front of you, your heart pounding, your breath coming in ragged gasps. You reach out to grasp the handle. The doorway once again shifts back to the floor, and your hand, just as it's about to meet the handle, is torn from the hinges behind you, sending the door back into this pitch black abyss looming behind, a void that seems to stretch on infinitely in all directions. Before you can react, black, shadowy tendrils lurch from the dark emptiness and entangle you. Unable to move, they pull you inward, reaching the doorway. You're pulled into an inky blackness that surrounds you everywhere. The small bit of light from the room instantly disappears as you're dragged down, down, down. You whirl and twist, your surroundings a maelstrom of nothingness. You feel the tendrils let go, and you enter a free fall. Fight to maintain your bearings, to find any sense of direction. But in the darkness, both time and orientation seem to lose all meaning. Seconds, no, minutes. You fall downward unrelentingly. For so long, it begins to feel as if days are passing. They are unable to ever gain security of being constantly tormented by the sensation of falling. And as time passes, you begin to feel those clutches of the tendrils reaching out again, pulling, twisting, and twirling, keeping you from gaining any kind of balance. And through it all, thick, voidless silence, unable to even hear the sounds of your own screams in the emptiness. On
Can I
and
submit
on.
to the flow?
You're being pulled by
Like in Wheel of
tendrils.
Time? like Sidon in Wheel of Time, you know what I mean? Like submit to like the flow of the
To the
currents.
blackness? Sure.
Yeah.
The more you submit, the more the tendrils move and twist, pulling, stretching. You're tormented, even still, in the blackness, until eventually you begin to lose consciousness.
Oh, that's scary. I fight again. I fight again.
Okay. Con saving throw. You seem to be able to keep it. You seem to be able to... For what moments you thought you were going to give out, suddenly an intense energy wells up within inside you and you stay focused. Your vision fades. And what darkness there was seems right in front of your eyes. The overwhelming sense of the deep abyssal void fully consumes you. And you're released from its grip. And you awaken. Your eyes open, but it's a blurred vision. You have an overwhelming sense of confusion. Though eventually you can see the darkness of the room around you. It's dark, but it's not the same blackness you were just released from. Your body is drenched in a cold sweat, your heart racing and head throbbing. You feel the surface beneath you. And as you concentrate, you see the small flickers of light peek around the corner at the furthest end of the room. Morning is broken, yet the feeling of dread lingers, leaving you unsettled and shaken. Your attempt at a long rest has been disrupted. The memories of the dream and the haunting details linger like a shadow in your mind. And your face burns a little. And those who see this almost black scar around her right eye. And that's where we're going to end it.
Ooh.
My face.
Cliffhanger. Jeez. Way to go.
The most interesting part was actually getting my audio to work. Could you imagine
All right.
without that?
Run.
Bye, guys.
Okay, bye. Thanks for coming.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Oh my God.
Appreciate you guys.
What a
See ya.
cliffhanger. Thank you.
We'll have fun in the next one. Enjoy your nights.
Yeah.
Next
Yeah,
week or
whenever
2
I'm-
weeks?
I think we're 2 weeks out for the next one. I'll do
So
another.
we have our Labor Day
Sounds good.
weekend to
We-
ourselves.
Yep, you got Labor Day weekend.
Yeah, we're back on our every 2 week schedule now, basically, I think, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Perfect.
All right. See you
All right.
guys.
Have a
Bye,
good one,
everybody.
everyone. Thanks for playing.
Appreciate you guys.